Good afternoon, students. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a great weekend. Want to welcome everybody to Social Studies today, okay? Thank you for joining class. So today is Tuesday, the 20th, 2020. And today's lesson we are going to be studying in Unit 12, pages 103 through 105. And in that unit, we are going to be learning about the economy. Okay, so the economy, what is the economy? Okay, economy, it's the use of money, resource, okay, which people use. It's like a cycle, okay? So these words right here is going to be for your task 1. We're not going to get into it right now. Right now, I want to explain to you the cycle of economy, okay? So, right here, the cycle of the economy. Here, I drew a picture of a factory, okay? A factory, you have like a rice mill factory, a shoe factory, anything that produces or production. So, a factory, we could call it a producer, okay? P-R-O. Okay, they're also a producer. They make stuff like shoes, clothes, okay? And consumers. Consumers are people that buy stuff from factories. So in other words, consumers are the people that spend money, okay? And in between, we got money. Okay, so how the cycle of economy works is factories, they produce things, they produce goods. Okay, so they produce goods that people want or people need. So how that works is they produce stuff, they make stuff for consumers to buy. Okay, and when the consumer buy that stuff, what happened is the factory, they take that money and then they go buy more stuff. Okay, they go buy more stuff like resource. They buy stuff that they need to make for it. Okay, so that's called resource. So they know they're getting money from the consumer, so they have more money to go buy more resource. And after they buy the resource, it goes back out to the consumers, and it just goes in a circulation like that. Okay, so that's how the economy works. And another thing with consumers, they provide services. Okay, services. Services is like a job or work that you pay somebody to do. So services we give to the factory, okay? And in return, the factories, when we do work for them or we do a job for them, we get money back. So with the money, it goes in a circle motion, okay? And that's the economy. And this right here, this is called a market economy. In other words, free economy, where it's the people that has control over the prices and stuff like that, okay? Now, some countries, the government, they step in, okay? The government. Okay, when the government steps in, when they want to take control of the jobs in the area, they want to take control of the pricing of products and stuff, it becomes a command economy. Okay, a command economy is almost like a communist where government controls everything. So people are not allowed to put prices on goods and sell them because the government tells them what to do. So when the government comes in, this no longer happens. There's no more circular motion because the government, they tell the people what they're allowed to buy, what they're allowed to have, and what they're allowed to sell. So that's a communist market, okay? So that's just a brief understanding on some of these words right here. But in this chapter, we are going to be learning about economy, economic agents, barter system, market economy, supply and demand, communists, subsidy, inflation, and tariffs. So all these words are going to be in our text that we're going to be reading. So before we start on that, you guys are supposed to look up the definition for these words. And in your task it says to do in your own language. But teacher wants you to do it in English, find the definition in English, and then write in your language after that, okay? So now that we understand the circle of the economy, okay, I got to erase that. Okay, so your task will be find the definitions, page 103. Okay, so your first task, I want you to find these words, okay? Again, find it in English and translate it into your own words, and then write it in Khmer or Cambodian after you find it in English, okay? And also these keywords right here, I want you to look up. These keywords will help you understand the text that you're going to be reading. So we have goods. Okay, we have goods, producer, consumer, service, and government. Okay, everybody, thank you very much. See you in clip 2. Thank you. Hello, class, and welcome back to Social Studies. Thank you, everybody, for doing task 1. So for this clip, we are going to go over the words together so we all have an understanding of what it is, okay? So for number 1, economy. Economy is the use of money, resource, and production. So anything that people use that has to deal with money, resource, or production, like I showed you in clip 1 with the cycle, okay, that's the economy, okay? Number 2, economic agents, a person, company, or organization. So an economic agent is sort of like people that spend money that has influence on the economy, okay? So that's an economic agent. Like for example, I'm an economic agent because I'm a person that buys stuff that helps contribute the cycle of the economy, okay? Okay, number 3, barter system. Barter system is exchanging services and goods for other services and good. So barter system, before we had money, back in the days, I believe 6000 BC, okay, people used to use the barter system. Before we had money, people would have goods or services that they would trade for other goods and services. So they didn't have money to buy what they want. So how this system works is if you have something that somebody else wants, that's how you could be able to trade to get what you want. But then at the same time, if it's something that the person don't want that you have, it's impossible for you to get what you want because they don't look at it like a fair trade. So barter system, it's very interesting. So that was way back until money came around. Okay, number 4, the market economy. Okay, market economy is a system in which the pricing of goods and services are guided by the country's citizen. So market economy, it's another word is a free economy. Okay, free economy, the citizens in the country or state, they are allowed to do whatever they want with the goods and the production. So in other words, they're allowed to put the price on the goods that they make. They are allowed to sell for a certain price that they make. And with this right here, the government cannot step in and tell them they have to sell this certain item for this a certain amount of money. So again, that's market economy, also known as a free market. Okay, and in your book you'll learn more about this and what country picked up on it before, okay? Okay, number 5, supply and demand. Okay, supply is the amount of good available, and demand is how badly people want things. So supply and demand, it falls into the market economy. Supply and demand means, say in your country you have a lot of trees, and those trees you cut down to make wood to build houses, and the trees, we have so much of it. So in our countries, wood would cost less. Now, if another country from outside wanted to buy wood from our country, it would cost them more because we would charge them more because their countries don't have a lot of trees where they could make wood and build houses. So that is how supply and demand work in the changing of prices. So if your country have less of something, if you buy from another country, it's more likely it's going to cost you more than the country that has plentiful of it, okay? So number 6, communists. Okay, communist is everything is controlled by the government. So communist is people have no freedom, or they're not allowed to own anything because of communists. Okay, so communists, the governments control everything. They own everything. They tell you what you can sell, what you can't sell, and what you can make and what you can't make. So that's communist, okay? And communist, it will fall into, fall into command economy. Okay, so command economy, that's where communist plays a role in there, okay? So number 7, subsidy. Subsidy is a benefit given to a person, business, or institution. So in other words, subsidy is like a reward that people get or companies get. Example, if a company makes a lot of products and they sell a lot, sometimes the government, they come in and step in and give them like extra money to help them make the factory better. Or some places they give them a tax cut, okay? So that's what subsidy is a reward for the person, business, or institution. Okay, and number 8, inflation. Inflation is the rise of prices. Okay, so inflation, normally we go buy good and we know the everyday price is for a certain amount, right? But then when things happen around the world where the factories can't make enough of the products that we need, inflation comes in where the price has gone up. A good example, when COVID-19 happened, the face mask that we had, they were what, around 500 real, 1,000 real? Okay, so inflation happened because people got scared and they were afraid they might run out of masks, or the factories wasn't producing enough masks. So there was an inflation, the prices went up. Okay, so when COVID happened, we were looking at what, 4,000 real for one face mask. So again, inflation is the price going up. Okay, and number 9, tariffs. Okay, tariffs, a tax placed on products from one country to another. So tariffs is like, has to do with import and export. If we get stuff shipped into our country from another country, sometimes the government can charge a tariff, meaning they charge extra for bringing things into our country, or vice versa. The other country can charge us for bringing stuff into their country, okay? So these terms right here are things you need to know in order for you to do your task 2. You're going to be reading in the book. Okay, and the keywords right here, again, I told you to look these up because these are important for you to understand the text. So goods. Things we buy. So when we talk about goods in this text, we're talking about things that we buy, things that we can hold in our hand. Okay? And producer. Producer are people or places that make things. So producers we could use as a factory. They produce stuff. They make clothes. They make shoes. Okay? So that's a producer. And a consumer. Consumers, they buy things. So consumers are people like you and me. We're consumers. Every day we buy stuff that we need, like rice, water, okay, etc. Okay, number 4, service. Again, service is to pay someone to do work for you. So, example, a service like your house, it needs to be clean, but you don't want to do it. So you call somebody else to come over and clean your house and you pay them. Okay, so that's what service is. Okay, and number 5, government. Government are the people that make laws. So they could step in and disrupt the economy if they wanted to, change prices on things, and they are allowed to tell us what we can have in the country and what we can't have in the country. Okay, so that's government. Okay, so that's it for the words that you guys need to understand before you read. So task 2, I want you to read pages 103 through 105, and then answer the questions below on page 105, okay? What you need to do is just circle the correct answer, okay? All right, that's it for clip 2, and I'll see everybody in video 3. Thank you. Hello, students. Welcome back to Social Studies, and thank you for doing task 2. So clip 3, we are going to review on our lessons today. So our lesson today was about economy. And we do understand that it's a cycle with money, consumers, and producers, right? So producers are the example factories. They make things that people need or want. And then that's when the money come in, where it goes in a circle. Okay, so economy is a circulation. You say a circulation of money, okay, with resource and all that. So we learned about economic agents, which are people like me and you. Okay, the barter system, this was used before money was invented. Okay, market economy, same thing as free economy or free market. So the government cannot do anything when the economy has a free market. It's up to the citizens to put prices on goods and services. Okay, and supply and demand. Supply and demand is what we have plenty of and what we don't have plenty of. That determines the prices on the goods. Okay, and communists, we know it's controlled by the government, where people are not allowed to say or do anything or put prices on anything. Subsidy, it's like a reward that sometimes the government give to you. Like extra money to help out your business, or extra money to help out the person that's doing the job for them. Okay, and inflation, it's the rise of prices. So anytime you normally buy something at a normal price, but with the resources being low, or for example, if the tariffs got charged up, inflation could happen. So prices of goods or services could go up. And tariffs has to do with import and export. So anything that has to do overseas, coming in and out from another country, that's what tariffs is. And they charge extra tax on top of the goods or services that we are bringing in from another country. Okay? So that is some of the stuff that is about economy. There are plenty more stuff that we need to know about economy, but these are the terms that are in your books, okay? If you are willing to, or if you're interested in more, you could always look it up or ask me, okay? So moving along to your homework. For your homework, I want you to write me a paragraph about the economy and how does it work, okay? So I would like to have an understanding of what you think economy is and how do you think it works for you, okay? Okay, class, I thank you for joining me for class today. Everybody have a good day, have a good weekend. Please don't forget your homework. Please submit it to me by next Tuesday to my personal Telegram. And I will see everybody next week. Okay? Everybody be safe. Thank you.